Right, what I want you to think is that, and you probably all know this, but I'll just say it anyway. When we say words, every single word we say is made up of smaller parts called speech sounds. We just call them speech sounds. It's like speech sound pics. So the speech sounds, there will be a picture of it. And in the early years, I say, so if we're saying sat, at, first of all, check they can hear them. If I say and I took a picture of it with the magic speech sound camera, close your eyes, what might it look like? So we're developing that symbol imagery, what might it look like? Now if you're in year 2, and I'm saying then they'll close their eyes and think of 10 different ones. I'll say, take another one, take another one, they might write it, take another one. And so if you look at this cloud, they can visualise all of the pictures of and they're also looking at all the sounds so they know which words. We're constantly looking at words and highlighting the sound pics in them so that their brains work it out, because you cannot teach phonics. You can't teach the code using phonics. I mean, the English language is huge. Think how many words we have. So if you just break it down, so we've got 46, 47 main speech sounds, and if there's a picture for those speech sounds, there could be 8 pictures, there could be whatever, there might be some overlap, but if we think there are 46, 47 speech sounds and about 150 pictures to represent them, that's it, that's the code. The only time that you can't link what you hear with what's on paper that we found so far, and we discover things all the time, so next year we might find there's another word on there, but is one, how would that link? How would that link? It just wouldn't. You know, and that's the whole thing. What we're doing is we're saying put them in Spain instead of trying to teach them Spanish. Put them in it, let them discover it, let them play with it, let them, so these are invaluable. But this, every day, so even year 2 who've been doing this now and they're on chapter books, they're doing this every day. But they're doing it extended. So there's loads of things that you do. So once you've gone past the basic, which is what I'm going to show you now, they're doing things like, they might say, quick, how many of these circle the ones that have got an O in it? So, or it might be like on the high frequency words, they might have to, again, give me one that's got 2 sound pics in, or they underline the sound pics, or all different extensions of different ways they do it. But don't worry about it at the moment. So let's just do the basic. So what you're going to need is actually a whiteboard. No choices, just lines and numbers.
Lines and numbers. Okay.
So we say, like 2 would be hot dog, and then you go
You'd be hot, yes, and you go hot, and then do you 1, 2, 3. And what we want is for them to say the sounds as they're doing the lines, and actually when they get really good, they'll say the sounds as they're doing the numbers.
Okay.
So that's really good because it means that they're physically writing numbers at the same time as saying.
I don't know, I'm going
Yeah, it doesn't. Just do it anyway. Yeah,
No
that's fine.
letters at all. And this would be great for yours. Okay. And this is the one, this is the most important, this is the one that people don't think, this is the most important, because if you can't hear those sounds, you can't spell them without memorising.
Sorry, have these all got special names in them?
No, just think anything you want. So the children do get to know what they are, like they know that's pants, or that's tan, or that's pin, or whatever, but it doesn't matter, because this one isn't about spelling, this one is about you saying a word, and splitting it for duck hands and doing lines and numbers.
And the duck hen.
So, so a duck hand, sorry. A duck hand is when you're splitting a word according to the sound, so at. The only rule is, which I must tell everyone because I assume that people, and I shouldn't assume anything, the only rule is, just tell me what this, right, so this could be a picture of, the most common one, this could be a picture of, if I put, and that's a difficult one to not to go, huh, isn't it, especially across a classroom, and I'll often say to them, I just added an didn't I, it's actually, but yeah, so as long as the children know that you're not deliberately doing that. But if I put them together, is it now No, now it's sh. So we've got 3 sound pics there, sh, and sh. What about if I've got that, what's that called, what could that be a picture of? What could that be a picture of? If I put them together, is it still just blended, or is it completely different? Yeah. So if 2 are just blended together, separate them for your duck hands. So train would be even though we go train, we're just blending those in. It's not changing completely. It's just So your duck hands, orally for train, And if you've got a child who is struggling at all, or not at the top for spelling, not from memory, but from any word, they can spell any word, then this is the part that's the most important. This part here. Their duck hands, their lines and their numbers, not bothered, and that's what I really want to do with Ella. Loads and loads of this. Do it in the car. Say any word, and she's got to do that, and she can actually close her eyes, so she's not got any visual.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, she sits there and closes her eyes.
Yeah, because she has to focus on no more stimulation. Don't want to look at it. She just wants to hear it because she can't hear. She's really struggling to hear. So what she's doing is trying to memorise the phonics and everything, and that just doesn't work. So I want her to go back to build her confidence and say no. Just close your eyes and listen. And once we've got that, and she's ease, z, ooh. Once she's doing that confidently, everything else will fall into place. Because then we just got to teach her the code. Teaching them the phonics when they can do that is easy. So, this is the poster. Okay, now the first thing you do, they're called visual prompts for spelling. So the first thing you do, I'm actually going to tell you one of these, and instead of writing the word, you're actually going to do duck hands, lines, and numbers. So if I did, what do you think that one might be? Pin? Yeah. Then I go put it, like that, yeah? So let's see how many you can do. Now, to start off with, because you don't know, and it doesn't matter if you don't know what these are, because you could just make it up. Give me any of these and just tell me what you think it could be. So what do you think that one might be?
Race car.
Race car. So you do race car, R-A-C-K-R on there.
Do I do?
You can use the big pen. So say the sounds as you're doing it.
Oh.
That's it.
R-A-C-K-R.
You ready? R-A-S. Put 1, 2, 3. R-A-S. Well done. Now, K-R. Let's just start a new word because it's car this time. So K, so 1. Do you know? That's it. Sorry, do it again. So do number 1. So R-A-S. So we've got race and I've got a new word. K-R. So I think we've got too many. What can you hear when you hear car?
A-R.
K-R. So what can you hear? Forget about the fact that you know how to spell it. What can you hear for car? In car? K-R. There's one sound, isn't it? So we need to have R-A-S-K-R, and that would be perfect. So it doesn't matter if I wanted you to just put red car or something like that. You just choose one, but what matters is that you say this sounds really loud, and then whoever's helping you, whoever's watching, the conductor is going around, because there's usually about 25 people sitting in the class. What the conductor does is they go around, just check what you're hearing, just to check that you're hearing what we want you to hear. Okay, so let's try another one. So you find one of those, you can choose anything you want. So let me get your rubber. So say the one. Pie, good one.
So, duck hands, lines and numbers.
I.
Yes. I. J. I. T. Go for it. J. I. T. Well done. Do the numbers. You see, you'd be fantastic at that. Wonderful. Brilliant. These actually do link in with SSP, so actually these do link in with words that are created using at put it in, like pant or pin or ant or whatever. These link in with things, but at the beginning it doesn't matter. But when you do go on, you'll know that sand pit. Can you do sand pit for me? Do me that hands first. And put it. Well done. Now do it. Oh, last lines and numbers. Well done. And put it. Well done. Now don't forget to start the new word. So. And Number 4. That's it. Put it. Well done. You remembered to go 1, 2, 3. Now, do you know why you're doing those numbers wrong? It's because you're actually thinking of the sounds, and it's really difficult for your brain to think of the sounds at the same time as you're doing the numbers, and that's actually what you need to practice. So you're doing those brilliantly, and if you could do the numbers at the same time as saying and that would really quicken up your brain. That would be fantastic. Right, that's brilliant. So you'd be able to do that. And another thing, supposing you weren't fantastic at that, luckily you are, I could just print these off. These are all our visual prompts, and I could say sip. And you'd have to do me duck hands and just do me duck hands. Sip, Are you ready? Oh, tap. T-a-p. Oh, let me find a harder one. He's getting a tan. Tan. Oh, you choose one. Anyone? Oh, what's this one, do you think? Box. Now, that's a good one. I can hear b-ox. Can you? The same as in ducks. D-ox. I can hear that. Now, just have a look down here. I've actually chosen the sound pics there. So what have we learnt about that x? The b-ox. What represents the k and the s? What represents those two sounds? Yes, the x, isn't it? So b-ox. That's to say that X really represents two. Oh, you see, you chose a good one for us to explain. What about cheese? Show me duck counts for cheese. Cheese. Brilliant. Fantastic. And I would cover those up, but if you wanted to have a look at how it actually looks, you could look down there. So these are all printed off. Okay, now on the next one, this is called Say It, Draw It. So even though it looks like that sat pin, there just happens to be in the order of those two words, but you say it, and you draw it. You say it, and you draw it. You say it, and you draw it. Now, do you want to start on the green level, the purple level, or the yellow level?
The hardest one.
Oh, the blue level. Well, let's start on the yellow level first. So you'll go J and write a J. And I'm only going to give you 60 seconds. Go. J. You've got to say it.
J.
J. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh,
V.
You have to say it, mate.
oh, J.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Another Z. What's the next one?
Cool.
Brilliant. What's the next one? Oh, amazing. What's the next one? What's the next one? What's the next one? And I might say stop! And that's as much time you've got, and you know that. How many you did today, you do more tomorrow. Now, what I might do if I was coming along, I might say, oh, I'm going to give you 3 words. Can I just borrow your pen? I'm going to give you 3 words. Would you happen to know, if you follow the sound, say the words, would you happen to know what those words are?
Yes.
What's this one?
E.
Yes! So what's that one in there? What's that picture of?
Yeah.
Have a look.
Oh.
E. Well done. What about this one?
I.
Yes. So there is E, there it's I, and what about here?
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. So the next day, when you're doing it, you might go J and write it V and write it W and write it X and write it. But then you might go E and write it. You might go I and write it. And you might go Y and write it. So you might write it 3 times. E, I, Y. You might do it like that. Yeah, the same as when we're in the purple level, you might know that could be a G, but it could also be a J. And that's actually why we have the gentle giant who giggles. There's the gentle giant who giggles just there. Well done. So you say it and you draw it, you rub off, and the next one is follow the sound, say the word. Brilliant. Okay, now on this one, sometimes the teacher would say, follow the sound, say the word, and write the word. So they might start on green and go s at sat, s at sat, p at pat, or whether you want to do it down or across or whatever. But for now, I just want you to use duck hands. So we're just going to go s at sat, n at nap, p at pat. But which one do you want to start on? Do you want to start on green or purple?
Purple.
Purple. Go for it. You do it with me. So look at it. That's it. So man. Can you point to it so I know which? Point to it with one hand and use duck hands with the other. Dad. Mum. G at gap.
Make sure you say the words, mate.
All gentle. All giggle. Brilliant. What's the next one? Pot. Cat. Scent. I love that you knew that was there. That was just there. Then I might say stop. I only give you a minute. And you know the next day, if you started there again, the next day you've got to go further and further and further, but you're following the sound, saying the words with all of them. You didn't need to practice your letter formation, do you? No. Okay, now we're going to do this one together. So if you're on the green group, you would do the green one. Yellow group would do the yellow one. Purple group would do that one, and the blue level. Let's do, which one should we do? Let's do the yellow one, because that one's got the y. That's got the y, yell, e, happy, and the I for fly. So let's do this one. So we're going to go j, a, jam. The, a, van. W, it, win. X, the ox, box. Y, yell. E, e, happy. I, fly. Well done. Z, zoo. Z, buzz. I'm going to keep going and keep going. Wow, fantastic. So that's what we're doing there. Now on this one, you can do it in lots of different ways, but let's start here, and in 10 seconds, see how many you can say and cross them out.
Oh, wait, so.
Yep. Ready, steady, go.
I, do, she, that, was, to, it, for, with, the, of, you.
Stop! How many did you get?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Wow, so more than one a second. That was wonderful. We might do it like that, or I might say, right, you've got to say it and write it and see how many you can do. Or I might say, find any of the words in here that have got an ow sound. I wonder if you can find a word with ow.
Out.
Yes, well done. Out. So underline the ow. Well done. Just write the sound pic for ow on your board. Well done. And the more you get used to where those words are, the quicker you get. So if I say like an A, if you'd have been using these, you know Saturday, that you've got, quite a few just there. But all the time we're working really, really fast. Right now, let's do some speedy sentences. I'm going to say go, and I want you to know how many sentences you can do in 60 seconds. Now, children who are starting on green would be doing these, and sometimes they're just the, ant, and the pan. And we're trying to do it without sounding it first. Right, so some children would be there and seeing how many they can do. And every day they get further and further. Where would you like to start?
I don't really. That one.
Okay, so start here. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds. You've got to read it as quickly as you can, as many sentences as you can. Go.
Pat sits on the hot sand with a cold drink. Pat sits on the hot sand with a cold drink. The man and the dog sat in the gap. Is the cat in the green tin? It is the fluffy kitten in the pen. Pat giggles. He has a tip-top hat and is happy.
Stop! Fantastic. And you might even, when you've done a whole sentence, you might have crossed them out so that somebody could see. So the next day you would know to go even further and further. Yeah? So that's the poster. That's sort of the basic poster that we do. Every day we're doing reading, and I just found this blue level one. I wonder if you could just read this blue level one and explain to me, why do you think this has got grey, black, grey, black?
Because it's the sounds.
It's to show the sounds, isn't it? And to show the pictures of the sounds. Okay, so what do you think that, you read that for me.
Kangaroo, a book about you.
Well done. Turn it over. Kangaroo, a book about you. Oh, that's something you like to do.
Hey you, kangaroo, kicking over there. Hey you, kangaroo, where's your underwear?
Hey you kangaroo kicking over there. Hey you kangaroo, where's your underwear? He's not wearing any underwear. Do you know there were 3 kangaroos by my house this morning? What about this one?
If you throw a boomerang, then you will quickly learn that every time you let go, it'll
Yeah.
magically return.
Fantastic! If you throw a boomerang, you will quickly learn that every time you let it go, it'll magically return. Great reading.
Not 1 but 2 big kangaroos are jumping up and down. Best jump high, can you see why? they're heading for the clown.
Oh my goodness, you think they're going to run him over? But this one, juggling up and down.
Juggling up and down. When having fun is hard to frown. Dribble, not hard at all. Look, I'm playing basketball.
Well done. Do you play basketball? No, just soccer. Oh, almost finished.
The kangaroo called Mrs. Roo. Had a poo. when at the zoo. Don't feel blue. I did one too, said Missy Cow, and then yelled moo.
Who do you think wrote those?
You.
Do you think I'm mad? Do you like reading silly things? I do. Is it better than reading long things?
Yeah.
Yes, and that's what we want to show with SSP. The reason for teaching you to read and spell quickly is so you can read fun things, so it's exciting. Okay, now I want to show teachers what would happen in the morning with the licence. Now, can we just show for the camera how we split speech sounds? So if I had to do, what's this? Do you know, I thought this was a horse. I was hoping this was a horse because I wanted to show her, but it's not. What is it? Is that a reindeer?
I think so.
What do you think? Is it with his antlers? So what would we do if we don't count for a reindeer? R-A-D-E-R. I think that might be an E-R, actually. We'll have a look. But if I was going to teach you different pictures for foot, can you see foot there? Oh, we haven't got it on there. Can you see the cloud for foot somewhere? Let's have a look.
I cannot see anything.
Okay, all the way over here. So if I was looking at, and I wanted to show the children a different picture for, I might get the puppet out with the dolphin, and then I might look for, which is the foot, which is the picture of foot in dolphin, do you know? And when we're doing the D for the D, and the O, and then the O, what would the F be? PH, well done! And if we didn't know, we would look in the clouds, wouldn't we? Is it in the clouds?
I can't see it.
No, all the way up there.
Straight
Can
at
you
the
see
top.
At the very
Right up from the speech sound cow, who's not looking at us. Do you see it? Fish.
Yeah.
And then we've got a PH, haven't we, and a GH. How many are there? How many pictures of foot are there in the cloud, in the foot cloud?
6.
And that's what we do, you see. We look at all the clouds, the classrooms, and neat them up all the time so that children can look at them. So give me any word you want. Choose a word. Any word, and I'll tell you how I would use the clouds.
Hello.
Hello. H-E-L-O. So I would need the cloud for H, which is in purple. Is it up there?
That's over
Oh,
there.
it's over here again. So H is in purple, and very quickly you'd get to know which the colours are, wouldn't you? So there's H for hello, and we need the air. Where's the air? It's right above it. So we've got the H and the air, and then we would look for the ul, which is all the way over here. We keep fit, don't we, looking at these clouds? H, ul, and then we would need O.
Hell.
Let's have a look.
Okay, we still got hell.
Yeah, so let's carry on with the O, shall we? Then we've got O just there, like the O in boat. You see, most, note, toe, grow, boat, sow, wool. I'm not sure about that one. Though, folk, yoke, yoke. Wow. And every time you find one that we haven't discovered, you let us know and I write a poem, don't I? Wow. Now let me have a look at these resources. What's this for? Tell me what this is for. Oh! What does that tell us? What's on that cloud? What's on that one? What? So these are all the choices for which sound?
What?
Yes. What about... What's that one?
Yeah. I.
It is. How did you know it was I and not you?
Because I look at
You did look in there. And these are all pictures like pie, like, mild, not... Yes, exactly. And what about... Let's have a look at blue level one. What do you think this one is? Yes. Grass, as long as you say grass, otherwise it calm, jar, Clark, hot, auntie, yes, that's right. So these are the spelling clouds you use when you're stuck. So as long as you can hear that, you can use your duck cans and hear them, you're fine. Okay, so what have we got here that we can show people? Let's show people these pocket rockets, which we have in class and we love them. So you and I are going to who's going to be the decoder and who's going to be the reader? Would you like to be the decoder?
Okay.
Okay, so you have to give me the sounds and I'll give you the word. Ready? Oh, you have to point because you're the decoder. So you have to do the sounds?
At.
Pat. Turn the page. There you go. So you do the sound because you're the decoder. That's the harder one.
At.
Pat.
At.
Pats.
At.
Sat. Oh, you went fast then. Remember, I've got to say the word after you've done it. After you've done the sounds, I've got to say the word.
It.
Pit.
At.
Pat.
It.
Pit.
At.
Pat.
It.
Pit.
Pat.
Put at. And then what we do is we'll read it both together. So we'd both go pit, pat, pit, pat.
It.
Pit,
At.
pat,
Pit.
put it,
At.
pat. Pit, pat, pit, pat. Next one. Oh, we're so good at this. We're so fast.
At.
Pat,
At.
pat,
At.
pat, 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 pat.
Tip.
Tip,
Tip.
tip,
Tip.
tip, 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 tip. You forgot to do that, would you?
It.
Sit,
It.
sit. Well done. You noticed that t that was they're different, aren't they? So those are the same, but then it's a t at the end there and a p at the end. So sit, sip. Well done. And we can keep doing that. And all we're doing is we're learning more and more. So all we're using these in green in SSP green code level. We're learning these, and it just gives us a chance to use them in real reading activities. Right, I'm going to be the decoder now. You ready? In.
Oh.
In.
In.
In. Nat.
Net.
Nan.
Nan.
Put it.
Pit.
Nat. Nan. Pit. We have to fast. We do it. Ready? Nat.
Net.
Is.
Is.
In.
In.
Nat
Oh,
is
in.
in. Well done. And we can just keep swapping, can't we? Now, once you get really, so when we get, that's in the purple level. So we keep going and we're learning more and more and we're using them in our reading. So let me put this one away and then we might get up to the yellow level or the purple level. Let's have a look. Every class needs these. Oh, yellow level, 'cause it's got a J. I know it's yellow level because J is the first one in the yellow level. Let's have a look. J, the, W. So now we're on the yellow level. So we've used books for these, and now we're on this one. Well, shall I be the decoder or are you going to be the decoder?
I'll leave the code.
Okay, go for it. And that can be just the.
The. Jet.
Jet.
Pack.
Pack. The jet pack. Well done. Jill.
Has.
Has.
A. Job.
Job. On.
The. Dock.
Dock. Jill has a job on the dock. And then there's obviously at other times you can just go and get it and you can just read it. The jetpack. Jill has a job on the dock. And it's nice because they're real little stories and they're often really silly, aren't they? And we like silly. So again, you need to just go through them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and go through this because this is the order we're teaching the code. Now once you finish these, and this is the cheapest way of people using SSP green and purple, then we go on to Fitzroy. Or we can use, and Fitzroy we can use on the iPads on apps, or we can use dandelions. Let's have a look at some dandelions. Cost a little bit more money. So what level would that, what code level would that be? Green, because it's got app, hasn't it? N-op. So the nap, and that's a helpful word, the nap. So when we're on here, and this is a dandelion, it means that we know that's all that's in it. It's only going to be at it, op, even though technically it's in purple, but that's okay. So they can actually read the books. Let's have a look, and they just move up and move up. Let's choose one. So if I look at the back, I can see, as long as I know these phonemes, these sound pics, I can read this book. So it gives the children confidence because they can read it. They're never going to open it and have to try and guess at any of these words from the picture or the sound or anything like that. They can actually read it because this is all the code that they are learning. What level do you think you're on?
The hardest.
Which one?
The hardest.
The hardest, yeah, blue. Let's have a look at the blue. Let's have a look. Oh, that's practicing our O. So again, it gives us a chance that if we're having a a session, a morning on thinking about all the O's, we might want to read this because then it puts it into meaningful context. Raj gets a
Soak.
He gets a soak. Oh my goodness, but we didn't need to look at that because we could read from there, couldn't we? Let's have a look.
Did you draw that?
So,
Did you draw that?
no, not that good. Oh look, it's giving you the O's just there with the OA. How many other O's are there? Let's have a look at the cloud. How many other O's are there? How many pictures of O are there? Can you see the OA with the boat?
Oh. Oh yeah. Up there.
How many are there?
9.
9, yes, well done. There are 9. So this one's for practicing 1, but we could create our own book, couldn't we? Where we've got to try and help. That's what I do with the cloud poems. I try and use as many of them as I can in the poems.
Raj is in goal. Raj has to grab
You point because I can't see what you're looking at, so you
the
need to.
ball. No goal, but Raj lands in the mud.
Fantastic. Wow. Oh gosh, it does look muddy, doesn't it? Do you think that's a real photograph and that they've just put there over the top of it?
Yeah, that's
That
real.
looks like somewhere in England. It does. Looks somewhere in England.
When Raj gets back, Mum moans. Loads of mud on his coat, mud on the rug.
Well done. How many O's are there on that page? 1.
1.
Sure?
No, 2.
2. Try another one. If I tell you there's 3, where's the other one?
There.
Let's on. Moans.
Oh. Loads.
Loads. And coat, well done. And that's what we're doing all the time as well with these. It gives us a chance not just to read it and then we can talk about it, look at the pictures and whatever, but what we want to do is really make sure you know where the code is. And let me show you something that I would do. Hold on. Laminated sheet. So could you please underline where all the O's are?
I'm just gonna.
Brilliant. Okay, so we use these loads and loads and loads because we can just go over the top of it. Fantastic. Oh look, we've got all the clouds on there on a poster in case we were looking for them. Okay, now you can have some people in the classrooms have ones where they've got all their visual prompts, their sound pics, their words. So this is the blue one, or they might have a yellow one or a purple one, or you might print off the resources like this.
Decent.
If you're a tutor or whatever, you might just have a little one like this. It's got my helpful words. You might even have, if you only had 6 children in a school or a class or whatever, they might all have their own, and it's got the ones that they're learning, so that it might have your name on it. All sorts of different ways to use the same resources to make it differentiated. When we go on the teacher license site, now let me see if I can show you it, if it's not too dark, too light rather. Ultimate code box USB or in the teacher license. Let's have a look at Monday. So when it comes to Monday, we can just put this on the whiteboard. Just so we see if we've got any volume up. Okay, now you're going to do this.
Let's see who can keep up with me. Are you ready? Ant.
Can you see it on the board?
Ant.
I can't see it.
Sit. Sit.
Tap.
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 Spin.
Spin.
Spin. That's right, and it goes all the way through.
Knit.
So see if you can see the board.
Knit. Knit.
Well done.
Pin.
So it's a bit bright. Oh,
Pin.
well done. So in front of the class, imagine it's not quite so light.
App. Snap.
Yeah, so the children can all be in front and go through tap. So they're all green level ones. Hand.
You can't see it.
You can't see it at all.
You need to do it when it's not sunny.
Okay, so here's the video, and you go through as far as you want with the average of the children, or they sit and do it on their own for their group.
Sleeping.
Van. Van. Okay, so that's Monday.
We're eating.
We're eating. That sounds like a broken record. So when we go through to this, then you might have Tuesday, and you literally just put it on. So there are PowerPoints as well, and there are different ones, because there's one for preppies if you want to do letter formation with it. There might be, let's have a look at Tuesday lesson.
Boys and girls, it's Miss Emma. This is the part of your student poster which is say it and draw it. Say them quickly with me. Green level.
Ah. E. So that was green level.
Do it on your own.
A. E. Purple level.
Purple level.
J. G. J. O. So on all of these, it's usually that I do it so they can hear it, and then they do it on their own. So if they're doing it on a tablet, they're not wondering what it is, they get a chance to do it on their own and with me. And then you take about 10 minutes, it's 10 minutes every morning. So that was Tuesday. Wednesday will be words. Let's have a look. Wednesday. There might be a couple of different versions. Let's have a look. Oh, it. It and in. So this is one they do with the teacher. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. It, sit. And. Snap. And. Tap. So they've got to keep on task because there's various things that come up and they've got to be awake. But there's also the option on that one. Follow the sound, say the word. So there's also the option
Follow
of
the
just
sounds, say the word.
on the tablet or the
See if you
whiteboard,
can do it with me.
and they don't need the teacher there.
It.
In. So it goes all the way through. It. And it goes all the way through from green to purple to yellow to blue. So it's all the levels. You just start whatever's appropriate where your children are up to. Thursday, high frequency words. Again, two
Hi
options.
boys and girls, it's Miss Emma. Let's go through the most commonly used words.
So there's
I'll give
400
you the code, I'll give you the sounds,
high frequency
you
words
say the
decoded.
word. If you can give me the sounds as well, even better. See if you can get your duck level awards by learning all of them. To get the award, you have to be able to recognise the words, you've got to be able to say the word, but also if your teacher gives you the word, you've got to be able to do the lines and numbers and make the choices so that you spell the word. Remember with the, we count it as one speech sound, so one sound pic.
Okay, the.
The.
And. I. After. All. It. I, my. We. Is that level one? Almost. It and in.
What kind of
Yay! And if you know those and you can read and spell those, you're duck level 1, and it carries on for 400 words.
Goes in for 400.
400 words, not 400 hours. Okay, and that's Thursday, so the last day, Friday, speedy decoding. And there's all sorts of different ways to do this. Speedy sentences. Lots of different options of how to do it. So green level, so these are sentences just using at, put in, and some helpful words. So the teacher might go the, and the children say the, and the children say and the, put and. So the teacher might decode it for them, or the children just might get up, and as quickly as possible they've got to go the and is in the, is the pin in the pan? And this is quite a slow one because this must be for preps who are just starting. Is the pin in the pan? But it's a PowerPoint, which means that if you're working with children who are up at the blue level, you can do it really, really fast. You can give them 5 seconds to read They're blue level ones. Shannon sits on the hot sand with 2 long cool drinks of Coke. He's no longer thirsty. And we're making them do them really, really fast.
The ant is on the tap because he is hot, thirsty and sticky. He is hoping for a drop of water to fall. Shannon sits on the hot sand with 2 long cool drinks of Coke. He is no longer thirsty.
Control your nerves.
You can have public speakers, you know. All the public speakers.
Put the package down.
In this class.
Ready? Ready?
The ant is on the tap because he is hot, thirsty and sticky. He is hoping for a drop of water to fall. Shannon sits on the hot sand with 2 long cool drinks of Coke. He is no longer thirsty. The man and the gentle dog sat on the hill for a very long time. Then it started to rain. Time to go. The man is reading a book and the dog is watching a fly. Both are relaxed. Is a cookie in the green or blue tin? I like the chocolate cookies best.
Oh,
Will you take a look under the bed? I am afraid of spiders.
But there's all sorts of different PowerPoints or whatever in there. And as I say, there are videos, but they're also PowerPoints. And obviously you've also got the actual printable resources there. So they're all the speedy sentences. So the ultimate code box means basically you go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with that video. Now this shows you what you do, what you have to do. So let me just put it as a PowerPoint from the beginning. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have the videos, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but every single day you're going to do these as well. So let me just show you, let me just do it with you, mister. So I'm going to write a word, tell you the word, and you've got to underline the sound pics. So, and it can be as difficult as possible, as anything. The word is, the word is cheese. Show me where the sound pics are. Brilliant. 1, 2, 3. Brilliant. So any word, they copy it, and then they've got to work it out. So I've told them the word, and they can use their duck cans, cheese, to do it. The next one is I'm going to ask you to use your duck cans, lines and numbers first to spell this word, house. House. Do you realise the numbers? House. 1, 2, 3. Now, before anyone does anything else, we ask the whole class, right, hold on, are we all agreed that it's 3? And then when we are, then people will make their choices about what you think is going to sit on there. So what do you think is going to sit on there for her? And for ow? And for s? Brilliant. The king would go, woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. Now, if they didn't, if one of the children did a different one, you might look at the cloud. But if you got that perfectly right, I might ask you to go and show it to other children and say, this is the one the king wants. And you would help other children because they might have chosen the wrong ow or the wrong s, but you'll just say fantastic. Okay, then we have got identify weekly speech sound. Okay, so that might be, right, I want you to tell me which word has got sh in it and what number in the word it is. So if I said, I was rushing to the beach, which is the word that's got sh in it? Rushing. And what number sound pic is it? Number 3. It is. It's number 3, isn't it? So we get them to do that. So they're having to hold on to the whole sentence, identify which is the word that's got the sound in it, where it is, and you might then show them it on the board and you might look at the cloud. And the next one is hold a sentence, which means that if you're at the blue level, I can give you a sentence to write this at the blue level because I know you can write it all, but you've got to hold it first. That's the difficult bit. So the sentence I'm going to give you to hold and remember is...
Really listen.
Is...
So I'm guessing it starts with is.
No. The happy ant sat in the cherry tree, but then fell out. So you've got to hold that. The happy ant sat in the cherry tree, but then fell out. Can you repeat that back to me? Remember? Now, you see, that's what matters here is that I know you can write that, but this is for something called working memory. So this means that you've got to hold on to it, and you're just under pressure with the video. I know you can't really remember. So what you have to do is you have to be able to hold it to be able to hold it in there and remember it, to then write it down. And I'm not giving you really difficult words, because I know you can write that down. I'm giving you words that I know you can spell, so the main objective is that we can remember it all. Okay, so the happy ant, and sometimes we'd say, how can we visualise it? Close your eyes and visualise. The happy ant sat in a cherry tree but fell out. Yeah? So every day, because we're doing that, it helps you with the working memory. And then he would write it down. And what we do is, so if I was you, then I would think, and then I write it down. Try and do it without lines and numbers because you don't need to, it's your level. The happy ant sat in the cherry tree.
Cherry tree, you've really...
but fell out. So I've held it and I've written it. The next thing I do is, so I write it, I read it, I check it, I change it, so I read it. The happy sat, what have I found? The happy sat. So because I'm reading it back, reading my own work back again and checking it, the happy, I missed a word out. The happy ant sat in the cherry tree but fell out. And then I might ask my person next to me, does this look right to you? The happy ant sat in the... And the teacher might say, just check that word. Are you sure that's cherry tree? And I might have another closer look. Cherry. Oh, it's a cherry tree. It must be a happy tree. But I want a cherry tree. So how would I change this from ch-e-r-e into ch-e-r-e? What do you think?
E-A.
Could be ch-e-r-e. I think it's a cherry tree. So I think actually I might do that.
What?
The happy ant sat in the cherry tree but fell out. And then I might also think, has the speech sound froggy in the capital letter? So we're writing it, read it, check it, change it if we need to. When we think we're ready, that's when you show it to the teacher. And the teacher might say, yes, but change that one, whatever. And if it's perfectly right, that's when you become the teacher and you go around and you show it to everybody else. And you help them to change theirs. So that is hold a sentence, which is really, really important. Then when we've done that, so we've done the video, we've done the activities that we're doing. Then we do the poster. And we've also read, and then we might have half an hour of writing for a purpose. So that'll be half an hour of writing whatever we want to write. So it might be stories, it might be a retell, it might be anything at all that we've got to do. And you're going to use the tabletop resources that I haven't got with me. But you would have the tabletop mats to help you with helpful words and also for your sounding and your spelling keyring. Yes, and then that would be it. That would be our literary session for the day.
Bye.
And we'll be finished. Okay, so this is the code in the box. Okay, so this is great for home. Now you can do all sorts of different things with it, but these are the visual prompts that we looked at. So this is not to do with writing. This is to do with phonemic awareness. In here we've actually got the code level just to show you. But here, these are the visual prompts for spelling. So this is where you can see the level, it's blue level, so start on the level the child's on. It's present on the green level. We want them to be able to say it, nip, ant, pin, pants, tan, pan, tin, sit, sip. And more, pat, knit, spin, nap, tap, snip, pin, 2 pins, tap and pin. We want them to be able to use duck hands for all of those. We want them to be able to do their lines and their numbers. We might also say on these, which is the one that's to-atten, which is the one that's got a p in it. Nip. Where is it? It's at the end. N-ip. Must be on the last one. P-atten, no. Pin, yes. P-itten, yes, it's at the beginning. So we're doing all sorts of things with there before we're even worrying about the letters, because if we can do this brilliantly, the rest becomes easy. That's phonemic awareness, that's not phonics. Then in here, they're in order of we're teaching the code. So we might just start off with the green level. And we want the children to be able to say, and they could even close their eyes and take a picture of. Here's the magic speech sound camera. So they might say, you might hide it behind your back and go, oh, I'm going to take a picture of. Take a picture, what might it look like? Close your eyes. What might it look like? And then they think about it, and then we'll say, oh, did it look like that? Is it upside down? Yes. Oh, did it look like that? Yes. Now this isn't the sound pic, this is the sound pic, this is the picture of the speech sound. The reason we have that there is because sometimes that might not be a picture of s. So it helps us. There it is a picture of s, but it might be a picture of, what about in sugar? What's that a picture of in sugar? In sugar, what would that on its own be a picture of? Shh. Because shh is S-U-G-A-R, shh, or g-a. So that might be a picture of shh. So it's not always that. And like in the purple level, if I was to just show a child that, they don't know what it is. They know what it might be, what it's likely to be, and that's what our explicit teaching does. It's likely to be a or a j. Well done. So what we're doing is we're saying, okay, which one? The gentle giant giggles. So there it's a g. Whereas here, it's a j. Yes. So we're making them think. So what we want on these is that they can go whichever way around it is. They'll look, if they look at it, they'll think, oh. So not today, thank you. Also do with these is we'll say think of green level words. Now you know the green level words because they're in here. Also they're in here, green level words. But you're just making up words that have got sat pin in. Okay, so I might say, give me pin. And they've got to do doesn't matter if they're not all the same way around. Put it in pin. Now you might have this on a sheet that you've got lines, which I have got somewhere but I don't know where it is. So you might have lines, so it might be a line with 2, 3, 4, and they have to find, so pin, which one do you need? You need the one with 1, 2, 3 lines, and then they put them on the right order. I might say to them, how do I change pin into pit? And they've got to work out which one they're going to change. So we're doing all sorts of manipulation, or you might put them down and say, quick, what's the word? Ready? What's the word? Nap. Don't move on to green until they can spell. So when you give them any green level word and they can choose them in the right order, or they can read, so you put it down for them and they can follow the sound, say the word, and they can form them. Don't move on to purple until you've got to that, until you've done that stage. No point in rushing it because that's the most important. Green level is the most important for preventing difficulties. So you could spend 4 weeks just on the green level in prep. Okay, so we've got our words. 1 minute there. Yeah. Got our words, so nip, to it and tin, put in spin. Which is the word that's got in it? Nip, spin, snap. So get them to look at the individual parts. Which is the third sound pick? Which is the number 3 sound pick in spin? So you might cover it with that clear thing and put the lines and numbers. So they're your words that take you all the way up to blue level. But you can make up games with these as well. You know, print some more and do bingo and whatever else. These are helpful words. These are the first, most commonly used ones. We're actually doing ones that you can get that have got 400 decoded words. Then we've got our spelling clouds that we've also shown you what we do. We use them all the time, investigate them. This is for your chants. So even in the back of the car, j, at and jam, the, at and van, it and win, x, ox, box. See how quickly they can do it. They might do it together. So we've got green. Obviously this is all just a snippet. It's just a small part of the SSP program. Because the approach is so huge, the approach means that you're encompassing all sorts of different things, from verbal intelligence, social and emotional intelligence, working memory, all sorts of things. It's not just about teaching reading and spelling. It's about getting children to be independent, confident, articulate, and to love reading and spelling. Speech Sound Detective is a really important one, and here are some adults who are just first starting to use Speech Sound Detective techniques. You can find some pictures for the speech sound A. Not the letter A, it could be an A, but not the letter A, but the speech sound A. Like at the end of play. That AY would be an A. So see how many you can find, and you can actually write on the packet. Or write them on a, have you got a notebook or something? Write them on a notebook. So see how many A's you can find. Different A's.
So are we doing the sound or the letter?
So you're doing, think of the sound. So because you can read the writing. So read the word and think, is there an A sound? So if there's an A sound, what's the picture of it? So it might be an AY, it might be an AI, whatever. playing Speech Sound Detective, so I just went to the Wild Bean Cafe. And if I'm playing Speech Sound Detective and I've got to show where all these sound pics are, if you don't know what these words are, then you ask somebody. So they'll say, it's take me with you. Take me with you. Take. Now this is a blue level sound pic sandwich, so we've got the t, we've got the t, and then this one is the a, and then this one's the k. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, ache. Because that a there, it's a blue level sound pic sandwich. Can you hear the k at the end? Ache. So we hear the k there, but because it's this a, whoops, if I can write it. Because it's this A, although it's capitals, because it's that A, that's the picture of A, he's got that little line there for the last sound to sit on. K, A, k, and the k jumps over there. T, A, k, take, E, nice and easy. Oh, that rhymes. W, I, the, you, you, take, me with you, take me with you. There's also silly rhyme time. Finish off your session with silly rhyme time. I'm constantly creating silly poems, silly rhymes. Let's make this meaningful. Let's make this fun. So some of the year 2 children, I hadn't got time to go to the library to get some zombie books and things that they're asking for, so I created them a poem. And I just love doing this. So make use of all the resources, and please do keep in touch. And anything you need, just let me know, because if I've got a chance, I'll make it for you. So I just want to leave you with a clip of a prep class who'd been using SSP for about 3, possibly 4 weeks. So you can see how engaged they are and that every child is working at their level. Differentiation. We're in. Win. Let's let him win. Box. Put up E. Very happy.
Well done! There was 2 of you. Sadie, come as well, quick!
So many things, my head's exploding with things to remember. Good job we've got you guys here. Your head's beautiful this morning. Ready? Foot off E. Draw a picture of E. Draw the picture of E. Foot off E. This is too much E. No!
What's the sound?
Oh, well done!
Can you write the list?
This is so amazing. How good are you? Right, you ready? Foot or I? It's the picture of I. You get Z it. Where's the picture of O? Quick.
Picture of ooh.
Where's the picture?
Use the duck hands, draw your lines. Go, pick a picture.
Yeah, a long way of understanding how to pitch. If you watch the
You don't have to go over there. You can choose anyone because I chose 10.
like
I did it. Hat. 1, 2, 3.
yeah,
Another one.
Watch them decode those words like words that
Put 1, 2, 3, 6.
Nice, so keep going. I can't hear many people talking. Good job, buddy. Swapping sides, lovely.
so even when they look together.
Which one are you doing? Well done.
Keep going, guys, and use your duck hands.
You have to do your duck hands first, guys, so you're getting those sounds.
Wow, you've been busy. Make sure you use your duck hands.
Remembering, it's only got one girt there. What else can it make? Girt, and it's got girt and... I
this.
Are you ready? We're not writing it on there, we write it on our other board.
So this one.
Ready?
So they go.
I need to be able to hear you. Go.
So this one.
Write it.
So on here that they know like 10 cents. Like that. So we go through here and they'll go. Yeah, good. And you, well done. High five. Because we do the gentle triangles. So it's always in meaningful context. Everything I do is meaningful. Brilliant. Did you and the sus? That's amazing. But the children who are ready can go up further and further and further. And in here, they're doing the one that we learned explicitly, but when we get the children, whatever, because it's like sugar, and so they're telling you all the different options of it. And that's why when you give them a word encyclopedia, they can, even if they've never heard of it.
At. So one hand's duckers and the other one's your pen. Show me you're ready. So your writing hand and your duck hand. Go. Show me these heads. What's that? Like a duck? Let's do heads.
What was the word? What was it?
Gentle.
Good girl. Wonderful work. Good job. Okay, boys, follow the sounds and say the word. Yep, keep going. Do as many. Did you do all of those? Do as many as you can. You need some help with that one?
Pardon?
You need some help with that one? Which one are you up to? That one. Lamp. So can you follow the sounds and say the word? Good job. Well done.
I just noticed there's a few people going and then going on. What do we need to do? Man. We have to say the word days, don't we? Got to put them all together, the sounds. Man. What's the next one? Dad. So we have to keep going. And don't look at anyone else's. It doesn't matter where anyone else is. It's where you are. That's what I'm looking at. Keep going.
What was the word? Good boy. Make sure you say the word, okay? Oh. Make sure you say the word. Make sure you say the words. Don't just cross them out. Okay? What's the word? Good boy. Good girl. Wonderful. What was the word? What was the word? Can I help you with it? Can I help you? Do it together. So, oh, what's the word? You did it yourself. Gentle. Give me a high five. You didn't need my help, did you? You did it.
Hands up if you thought that was easy. Excellent. Guys, I was so impressed. Everybody was working at doing their own. At the beginning they were looking next door thinking, oh, is that person doing more than me? Doesn't matter. Levi, pop it down. Rub your board off, turn your board over, please. Quick rubbing. Hold it flat, rub it. Turn your board over. Nathan, you ready? I love it. What makes the terp in there? Terp, write it down on your board. What's the sound pick for terp? It's a tricky one you might need to... Oh, look, Johanna went back and looked. She went back and looked. What's the sound pick for terp?
Good girl.
What is it? What's the sound pick for terp? Find your word. You can don't look at here. It's just me here, right? Look at this. Hold it up, please. We're actually going to do duck. So we're looking for a duck. You ready? Duck.
No, she's saying duck. Duck. Yeah. What? Which one? This one? Yeah.
Now remember, you can't have your finger over the word or you can't see it. Are we ready? Duck. Well done. Keep going. Up. Stretching up in the sky. Okay, get your pen ready. Now I'm going to hear so much talking here because everybody's saying the words. Starting up here. Find eyes. Everybody knows this one. As you say it, mark it off. Go.
sweetheart?
Went.
Went, good girl.
Have another go. You know that next one. Dave's go over here.
Try that one again. A. Good boy. Do you need help with one, mate? Which one, darling? This one here?
I need help with someone.
Okay, show me which one.
What could I do? That one.
This one? At.
That.
That. Good boy. This one here? With. And this one? Remember the sound pic we just learned? She. Good boy. Wow, did you do all of those? This is such a smart prep class. I'm so impressed.
This is down where you need to say the sentence and hold it. Are you ready? You ready? I'm going to say it, then you can say it. The ant sits in the pan. The ant sits in the pan. Got it right? Put it in your head. Take a picture. The ant sits in the pan. Go. And I can see some finger spaces.
The ant is in the pan. The ant sits in the pan. So the ant, will we have to change that to sits? Yes. Good boy. Is he a cutie?
I've got the goosebumps, Prep Red, because I've been impressed. Emma. I am so impressed. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I can see
Okay.
Job, wonderful.
Prep Red, are you ready for the next sentence?
Wonderful. Can you hear this one, mate? Can you hear this one? The ant sits. Are you missing? Are you missing one sound at the end? Perfect. Well done.
Down here. You're doing this one. Ready?
good. I spelled frog. Eat.